Welcome to the Best Me podcast. Your best tomorrow starts today. I'm your host, Ellen Livingston. I believe showing up each and every day as the best version of myself doesn't happen on accident. It takes awareness and planning. On this podcast, I talk about planning for ways to improve my health, develop a sense of purpose in everyday life, and create meaningful connections so I can be the best me I can be. And so can you. Let's get started. Hey there, besties. It's me, Ellen. Thanks for listening today. I'm sure you've most likely heard of the acronym FOMO, fear of missing out. But if you haven't, the definition of it means that you have this feeling or perception that other people are having all this fun, experiencing all these new things, or living a better life than you are. And this feeling or perception can really lead to you believing that your life is lacking fun and new experiences. And this acronym, FOMO, not surprisingly, entered our lexicon with the advent of social media platforms. But this feeling of missing out has existed for much longer. Humans want to feel like they are included in a group, and we are wired for connection and involvement. And before the internet and social media, people who had FOMO were the ones who had to always be out and about, being seen and seeing what was going on. They were always the last one to leave a party or a bar, and I'm sure you can think of somebody that was that way. But nowadays, FOMO applies to online presence as opposed to your physical presence at like a party or a bar, and it's almost impossible to get away from it. FOMO today is an obsession or addiction to technology and social media, and these are the tools that feed our FOMO because of our innate tendency to compare ourselves to others. And this perception of lack can cause feelings of anxiety and loneliness, and not to mention jealousy. I mean, you see all these other people's Facebook life and you get envious because everything seems all perfect and everything just seems, like they're having just so much fun. Now, I know all of us have spent more time than we're willing to admit on scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. And the constant pics of your friends and complete strangers doing fun things and visiting awesome places can make you feel like you aren't having any fun. And FOMO can make us strive to look like we're constantly having fun. It's kind of sad. It's this obsession with posting where you are, what you're doing, what you're eating, so all of your friends and these complete strangers will perceive you as a person with a life full of fun. And don't get me wrong, it is fine to post things that you're doing because your family and your friends, they do want to know what you're up to. And I love it when I see my friends' pictures of like if they're out in nature and they're taking pictures of flowers and animals and natural beauty. I do want to see that. I'm talking about this obsession with trying to impress others with your fake and curated envious lifestyle. And any unhealthy feelings of lack and jealousy from seeing others' social media posts. But don't make the mistake of thinking that having fun equals happiness. It doesn't. Fun is a temporary emotion where happiness is ongoing. When we're having fun, we typically have positive emotions such as excitement, like when you're at a party or any kind of event. But this will fade as soon as the fun stops. Happiness comes from being content with where you are in life, and that feeling can be present just sitting all by yourself, which really wouldn't make a very interesting Facebook post now, would it? Which brings me to another acronym. JOMO, the joy of missing out. Have you ever heard of it? I hadn't until just recently. And as you can probably guess, it means opting out of activities because you are prioritizing your well-being. You know what I'm talking about, where you attend something only because you feel obligated, even though it's really not that good for your mental health. Let's say like your sister-in-law always holds an after Thanksgiving cocktail get-together, and it always ends up with her asking like, why are you still single? Or why do you stay at that low-end job? Or have you gained any weight? That kind of event. I'm not talking about opting out of your great Aunt Rita's 92nd birthday party because it's going to be boring with a bunch of old people and they won't even have any alcohol. That's something you need to attend because it means a lot to the family and to everyone else to have everybody there. So suck it up and be an adult about it. JOMO means that you are having a healthy balance between a social life and your personal time. And I'm talking about when you decline an event because you've already been out a couple of times that week and you need some downtime. And when it comes to social media, opting out has huge benefits. And boy, is it hard to do. Very few of us are ever without our phones and that constant connection to everybody else. But on October 4th, 2024, billions of people worldwide were unplugged from social media when Meta experienced a technical failure that created a 6-hour outage of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And in the days following right after this, researchers surveyed social media users about their emotional experiences. And what they found out was that many people experienced stress from not having access to their social media. Now, I'm sure that doesn't surprise you. But there were people who experienced a great sense of relief and other positive feelings because they were actually given a break from the need of having to be everywhere with everyone doing everything all the time. Now, guys, I'm realistic. Our society, in fact, the whole world, is forever changed for the better because of our convenient ability to connect with each other. But there is also a downside to this constant connection and tendency to compare ourselves to others. And if you notice that you are experiencing the negative emotions from FOMO, maybe it is time for you to embrace some JOMO. That's all I have for today, besties. Be kind, be positive, and be your best. And remember, small progress is still progress. Thanks for listening to the Best Me podcast. If you would like to make a comment, suggest a podcast topic, or just say hi, send me an email at bestmepodcast@gmail.com. I hope you'll join me next week as I continue to talk about how to be the best me I can be. This episode was edited by Adam Boatwright. If you need any help with music, audio and video editing, or digital arts, be sure and check him out at adamboatwright.com. That's ADAMBOATRIGHT.com.